So we have some good news at least for this movie. It seems that the Will Smith strap may not be working against this movie. May not be working a lot against this movie as we thought. So it might take some bad boys to save this summer's bad box office start. So yeah, the summer has been horribly. The only real successful movie of the summer is Garfield, which is not something, as much as people love the meme about the Garfield movie, it is not something that, Hollywood should be proud of. That's the only successful movie of the summer so far. Besides a few horror movies that like two people see with like $1 budgets, but the fact that a one animated movie is the only successful movie Hollywood has had this summer is pretty sad. Considering the fact that summer used to be full of these massive movies, and I did the same thing last year too. Because last year it was the same thing. Despite all these massive franchises releasing, no one went to go see them. Okay, no one cared. But it seems that Bad Boys is not. That's like Planet of the Apes is not gonna grow. It's gonna actually rather decline from the last entry. So basically, the movie had a $5.875 million in first day previews as well. So comparing this to the last movie, Bad Boys for Life, opened with 6.4 million, which means this movie is gonna actually quote unquote overperform expectations because if you're using this comparison with the last movie, it will probably open to like $58 million, which is actually pretty decent. This is not a franchise that opens to $100 million opening, but it is still going to make a decent amount of money, which means that there was an audience decline, mostly probably because of the Will Smith slap, but again, people don't only watch movies for actors anyways. We're looking at the failure of Challengers. Yeah, we'll keep bringing that movie up every time. That has one of the quote-unquote biggest actresses in all of Hollywood, and yet no one went to go see the movie. If we even calculate how much people went to go see the movie, it was a little over 1.3 million people in the US and Canada. Duh. Whereas if you include both countries' populations, that would be around 370 million people. 1 million out of 370 million people. Actually, I always forget that Canada is included in the US box office, in the domestic box office. But yeah, basically 1.3 million people out of 370 million people actually went to go see Challengers on opening night. That is pretty sad as well. So yeah, that's about this video here. So what do you think about the new box office updates for Bad Boys for Life? Apparently, someone might be finally coming to turn around, and May was just a bad start, with failures like Mad Max Furiosa, which wasn't even advertised as a Mad Max movie until the trailers came out. And even then, people didn't want to see that movie because of course, they really thought that women wanted to see a Mad Max movie. Yeah, they really did not. And you can look at the legs of the movie. Like that movie is performing poorly legs wise compared to Garfield. And you can use all the excuses for Garfield all you want. It's a kids movie, of course it'll have legs. But again, who are the ones taking the kids to see the movie? If you can use that excuse, but parents have to see if the movie's okay or not. Either way, and they're not what, and parents are obviously not using Rotten Tomatoes to judge the movie, which is pretty ridiculous. If you still use Rotten Tomatoes as a reason why a movie is good or bad, it is still pretty sad if you do, because Rotten Tomatoes is absolutely ridiculous. They'll give Godzilla 52%, but then they'll give garbage like the Marvels a positive score, even though no one liked that movie. That's about this video here. Goodbye.